Hi, I'm Rebakkah LaDyne, the author of The Mind-Body Stress Reset, and I'm here today to answer a few questions about stress and self-regulation and well-being. Thanks for joining me. The first question is it possible to eliminate stress from our daily lives? And this is a very important question because it's not possible to entirely eliminate stress, which is why we all really need to learn stress resilience and develop our recovery pathways so that we can weather the storms that come, so that we can manage the ups and downs that life does bring, that everyone's life includes. So while it's always valuable to lessen the stresses in our daily lives when possible, to reduce them whenever we can't get rid of it entirely. So let's all develop some skills and familiarity with the ability to recover from our stress. The second question, which part of our bodies accumulates stress mostly? This is a really interesting question because that's so individual. And part of what I talk about in the Mind-Body Stress Reset is getting to know your stress signature, or how your unique body-mind system responds to stress. For some people, they feel stress immediately in their gut. Other people feel it right away in a headache or a pounding heart, an aching back, sweating hands. These are just a few. Some people experience tremendous fatigue all over aches and pains. Some people experience real inability to focus or a feeling of being far away from what's right in front of them, while other people feel like they go into a hyperdrive and can't slow down, can't really take in what's happening because they're in such a response to the what-ifs that are running through their mind. For some people, it lands in the body, as I've just described, and for some people, it really lands in the mind. Worry, rumination, even the preoccupation with what-ifs are all signs of stress, all signs of your brain, your mind, trying to manage the stress that's occurring in your whole body-mind system. So I encourage you to use the guidance in the book and discover, how is stress landing in your body now? How does it tend to land? Are you able to recognize your own stress signature and get to know those responses so that you can better help yourself recover from them? Number 3, is it safe to practice the proposed exercises alone at home? Yes, it is. The Mind-Body Stress Reset was developed so that folks could practice on their own at home. I developed a research study testing whether or not these tools of somatic self-regulation could be self-administered. It had already been shown that in therapy and in treatment with one-on-one specialists, the somatic regulation skills were tremendously effective. And I wanted to know if those skills could be taught to groups of people, either via in-person classes, online classes, or with a book like the Stress Reset that you can read or listen to. And if people could learn the skills on their own in those ways and then practice them really in the comings and goings of their life, in their day-to-day, for a few minutes here and a few minutes there. And would those skills still be effective in reducing stress? And the answer was a resounding yes. The study was tremendously effective, 97% effective. And it was so valuable for me to see that people who don't have access to therapy, people who don't have resources for therapy, and people who are in therapy but want additional tools to use between their sessions can benefit from developing these skills and safely practice them on their own. This follow-up question asks, is it better to work with a specialist? And I would say that there are some situations in which working with a specialist is going to be really good for you. If you know that you have relational ruptures, relational traumas, and that some of the fears, anxieties, or overwhelm you face have to do with feeling unsafe with people, these skills might be just the thing to get you started with self-regulation, and then learning to be safe with a trusted other is going to be so valuable to you, going to be so important for your healing. So that's a situation where working on your own and with a therapist is warranted. Also, if you know that you tend to go into overwhelm and dissociate or shut down, it's a great idea to have a companion, have someone who's on the journey with you, helping you heal, helping to guide you, and helping to throw you that life raft when you're submerging too deeply in the waters of your trauma and stresses. So both can be true. There can be times that we dip in to our own traumas and stresses on our own and can do that effectively and skillfully. And there can be times that we really do need help, and we can benefit from the wisdom and care and compassion of a trusted guider or advisor. The next question is, who is the MBR aimed at? It's aimed at anyone with a body and a mind that experiences stress. So I myself am a body and mind that experience stress, and I have found these tools to be incredibly effective for me. I work with all kinds of people with many different kinds of traumas, kinds of deep stress imprints, and they are incredibly effective for those folks. And of course, the study participants and the classes and workshops that I've taught have shown that this is really aimed at people who want to develop stress resilience, develop a sense of self-efficacy and the ability to embody well-being, and to learn tools to soothe dysregulation in their body and mind. Does the MBR provide a permanent relief from results of stress? And I would say that's a yes and a no. It's a yes in that as you develop your resilience pathways and they become more and more accessible to your body and your brain, yes, that does create lasting change that your whole body-mind system can rely on and return to again and again. And I would say no, because it's not what I call a one and done approach. It is a well-being lifestyle. It is a commitment to regularly taking care of your resilience, to repairing ruptures in your own system, in your relationships, in your experiences of being in the world. And that's ongoing because, as I said in that first question, stress is ongoing. So as you develop these resilience pathways, these recovery capacities, yes, that will last you throughout your time living in your body and mind. And there will be new stress pathways that come in. There will be new stress experiences that show up. And for those reasons, it's something that we can all continue to work with, to commit to our well-being, to take a few minutes here and a few minutes there. These are not long practices or laborious practices, but to give ourselves time, daily, weekly, monthly, to reassure our body, reassure our mind that we can return to okayness, that we can feel the sense of safe enough, and really allow ourselves to live into our aliveness with a sense of ease, with a sense of well-being, and with a sense of trust, trusting ourselves and our experiences and the situations that we're in. So thanks for these questions. It's a pleasure to spend a little time with you answering them. I hope you enjoy the Mind-Body Stress Reset. There are so many tools in there for you to learn and grow with on your own, or also with the help of a therapist. And I would be happy to hear from you. Please do let me know if you have questions or if there's another way that I can help. I wish you all the best on your healing journey, and know that it comes really truly from my life experience to you and yours.